Hi guys, today we'll talk about what dummy variable is and how to deal with it. So our topic is dummy variable, and on top of that also the issues of multicollinearity and collinearity. So what are these terms? Uh, Before going into these terms in detail, first let us take a look at this data. So I'm trying to make out a data. The variables are name, which is a character variable. So that is why dollar sign, and then height, which is a number, weight, number, age, number, religion, character, CHR, three-digit character. Again, gender, male or female. So that is also character. So we will take a look at this data set and we'll see how it looks. So we remember that in linear regression we are trying to predict y variable using x variable, and the criteria is that both x and y has to be numbers, because the equation for linear regression is y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x plus beta 2 x2 plus beta 3 x3 and so on. So now what happens when we are dealing with categorical variables like let's say religion and gender? These are categorical variables. How do we use it in a linear regression equation? These are character formats. There is no other way to use it uh, other than converting it into numbers. So there are two ways to convert it into numbers. One way is let's say for male and female we can say male is 1, female is 0, or female is 1, male is 0, like that. Now in this case there are four categories: Christian, Hindu, Muslim and atheist. So how do we convert this? Either we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, for 1 for Christian, 2 for Hindu, 3 for Muslim, 4 for atheist. So if we do it like 1, 2, 3 and 4, that means the fourth variable atheist is the is higher than Christian, because Christian is 1. So numerically it seems that atheists are higher than Christians. So it gives us an order, sense of an order, like 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 is greater than, sorry, 1 is less than 2, 2 is less than 3, 3 is less than 4, like that. So in order to avoid that thing, we create separate dummy variables for each categories. Like for Christian we'll create one, for Hindu we'll create one, for Muslim we'll create one, and for atheist we'll create one. Like if he is a Christian, 1, if not 0. Now again in the second variable, Hindu dummy, if he is a Hindu, 1, if not 0. Now Muslim dummy, if he is a Muslim, yes, 1, no, 0, like that. So what I mean by that, will be very clear when we talk about all this and then practice it in SAS during coding. All the codes I have written and everything, but before going into the codes, first let go ahead and take a look at what a dummy variable actually is. And you'll have to be very careful about knowing this concept, because this is a very important concept in linear regression or logistic regression or any kind of regression. So you'll have to be very careful about how to use it and what are the problems that arise when you use it. So I will talk about all of that, but first let's go with simple introduction about what dummy variable is and how can we solve something called dummy variable trap. So let's first go into the discussion. So what is meant by dummy variable? I have taken data from many sources from Wikipedia and many other websites, and then I have developed some of the definitions which are simple. So What does it say? A dummy variable is indicator variable, a design variable, a boolean indicator, categorical variable, binary variable, or qualitative variable. So what do we mean by that? It is the one that takes value 0 to 1. So it will either take value 0 or 1. Like I said, if he is a Christian, it is 1. If not, it's 0. So like that, yes or no, 0 or 1, like that. Now, dummy variables are also used as device to sort data into mutually exclusive categories. Like we have categories like smoker and non-smoker. So how can we say if he's a smoker or non-smoker? If he is a smoker, then 1. If not, 0. So that is the way to create a dummy variable for categorical variables. That way, the categorical variables will be turned into number, and then we will be able to use it in our regression analysis. So dummy variables can be thought of as 0 and 1. So let's see an example. So how do we do dummy coding? Now, as I told you, 0 and 1. So the first way to create a dummy code, easiest way what we think is Christian is 1, Muslim is 2, and atheist is 3. Now, how do we deal with it? This means that atheists are higher than Christian if it is converted into numbers, but that is not the case. They are different categories. Now, in categorical variables, we have two kind of categorical variables. One is ordinal and one is nominal. Now, this one is nominal. It doesn't have any kind of order to it. We can't say Christian is higher or Muslim is higher or atheist is higher or anything like it. Doesn't have any kind of order. What I mean by that is, let's say you bought some product in Amazon and you'll have to rate it from 1 to 5 stars, or let's say you have downloaded one app from App Store and you'll have to rate it from 1 to 5. So if you rate 1, it is the lowest. If you rate 5, it is the highest. So it has certain order. The number of stars has certain kind of order in it. Like if you give 1 star, it is lower. If you give 3 star, it is higher than 1. And if you give 5 star, it is the highest form. So that is not the case in this. In this case, these three are different things. We can't order it like 1, 2, or 3. Christian is not lower than Muslim, or Muslim is not higher than Christian. They are completely different things. It doesn't have any kind of order in it. So it is nominal. So now that we are clear about nominal and ordinal, let's go and take a look at this. So since we can't create any kind of order in this categorical variable, so we'll go ahead and take a look at different options. Now I'd also like to tell you one more thing. What if it was ordinal? What if there were like some categories, let's say ratings, ratings of 1, 2, and 3. What if they were ordinal? How will we convert that into dummy? For that also, we'll have to convert it into separate dummies. Like if it is a 1 star, 1, if not 0. If it is a 2 star, 1, if not 0, like that. To remove redundancy. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other method. How will we do it using dummy variables? And it is not a ordinal variable, so we'll have to use some other method. Like see this table, Christian, Muslim, and atheist. If he is a Christian, it is 1, if not 0. If he is a Muslim, 1, if not 0. If atheist, 1, if not 0. So you can see here that all three religions are described very well by this dummy variable. Now, if you remember, if there are two categories like male and female, we generally convert it into one dummy variable where it indicates, or indicator variable, if he is a male, then 1, if not 0. So why don't we go ahead and create two dummy variables? Like if male dummy and female dummy. In male dummy we'll say if he's a male 1, if not 0. In female dummy we'll say if she is a female 1, if not 0. So we can do that too, right? But we only create one dummy variable. Why? So there is a big reason behind it, and the reason is collinearity. In order to avoid collinearity, we use one less dummy than the number of categories. In male and female, there are two categories, so we use only one dummy. Here we can see in religion there are three categories, and we'll have to use two categories. Why? We'll take you to that. Now there is some redundancy in this dummy coding. What is redundancy? Redundancy is nothing but in Hindi we call it faltu. So let's take a look at what redundancy is and why do we need it. We have to be very clear about what the redundancy is and why are we not using all the dummy variables. Why are we decreasing one dummy variable if there are two categories and only using one? Why n minus 1? So see, you can see in Hindi it is called faltupan, that means unnecessary. So in order to avoid unnecessary data, we avoid extra dummy creation. So what I mean by that will be very clear when we will be doing the example, and I will by choice add one extra variable and then see what results and how it misleads the result, and then again I will reduce the number of dummies and then see how it works. So we'll take a look at that, but first let's be clear about the concepts. So now here are three categories. Now let's say if he or she is a Christian, then dummy variable is 1. If not, it is 0. If he or she is a Muslim, then Muslim dummy is 1. If not, it is 0. Now let's think about it. What if both the Christian and Muslim variables are 0? Like he's not even a Christian and he's not even Muslim. Then these two will be 0. So in cases where these two Christian dummies and Muslim dummies are 0, that obviously means he's an atheist. If he's not a Christian or Muslim, obviously he's atheist. So we don't have to create an extra dummy called atheist. We only can be very sure about the atheist dummy using only Christian and Muslim. So let's see what I mean by that. See, if he's a Christian, 1, if not 0. If he's a Muslim, 0, if not 1. Now he is neither Christian nor Muslim. That means obviously means he is an atheist. So we need not use the third dummy. So third dummy is faltu. This third dummy which we are using can be very well described by upper two dummies, so we don't need to use it. So this is called collinearity. Okay, so the third variable can be very easily described by these two, absence of these two. So why do we need to add an extra dummy variable? That will just waste our time and lead us to unnecessary results. So that was about dummy variable. Now let's talk about multicollinearity. What is collinearity and multicollinearity? First we'll talk about the concepts and then we'll jump to the codings. So multicollinearity is redundancy. I talked to you about redundancy. We know what redundancy is. And collinearity is something like if there is a male dummy, we need not create a female dummy. So that is just faltupana. So anyways, so if two or more predictors are highly weighted or they are completely explainable by one dummy variable only, then we need not use an extra dummy variable. Now in stats, multicollinearity or collinearity is a phenomenon in which two or more predictor variables in a multiple regression model are highly correlated, meaning that one can be linearly predicted from others with a substantial degree of accuracy. So what I mean by that is, one can be, like, let's say there is a male dummy and there is a female dummy. Now if he is a male, variable is 1, if not 0. So if it is a 0, we are clearly understood that it is a female. So we need not make an extra dummy for female. Like in the religion, we made dummy for Christians and Muslims. So we made dummies for Christians and Muslims. And now if he is not neither a Muslim nor a Christian, then obviously he is an atheist. So we need not create an extra dummy variable. And if we create an extra dummy variable, it will be perfectly describable by the other two. So that will lead to collinearity and screw up our results. So that is why we use dummy variables, and we use n-1 dummy variables. And why does it matter? Now perfect collinearity, like in male and female, if one variable can be predicted by other, we need not create an extra dummy variable. We don't create a variable for female separately and male separately. So that is to avoid perfect collinearity. Okay, one variable can be perfectly described by the absence of other. Almost perfect collinearity. Almost perfect collinearity as in some cases, generally it doesn't happen, but sometimes one variable is very closely describable by the other. Very clearly and closely describable by other. So in such cases also it matters. And multicollinearity is something that cannot be avoided, but still we take measures to reduce it. Anyways, these were the concepts. We know about dummy variable now, how to use a categorical variable in SAS or any other regression format, and what is multicollinearity and how will we avoid it. So now let's jump in to the SAS, where we were discussing about that code. So this was our data point. Let's take a look how it looks. And from there we'll see and go ahead and see. So there is a name, there is height, weight, age, religion and gender. Now we can see here that religion we have 4 categories, gender we have 2 categories. Now to be very clear, we will go ahead and take a look at how the categorical variables are distributed. Now in such cases we can only do one thing. We have numerical variables 1, 2 and 3. 3 columns we have numerical. If we want to predict height using weight or age, we can do it like this. Now we are not taking the categorical variables into consideration, we are just taking this. How is the weight be able to predictable by height and age? So in case we have nothing to do about the categorical variables in such cases. Now these are the results. We have 19 variables. I will not go into detail into the results. The purpose of this video is to talk to you about dummy variables and all that, and how is it useful in linear regression. So anyways, this is a significant model. R square is 77, which is good. Height and age, it is significant. Height is significant because it is less than 0.05. Age is not, so we can remove age. Anyways, So this is without the categorical variables included. So now let's take a look at the categorical variables, how they are distributed. We use procfreq to describe the categorical variables. Let's see how it works. Now that procfreq will give you how the categories are distributed and what are the frequencies. So let's see atheist. 31% of the data points are atheist. Christians are 21%. Hindus are 31% again. Muslims are 15%, very less. So this is how they are distributed, the religious. Gender is male and female. Frequency is 8, male is 11 and female is 8. So this is how the categorical variables are distributed. Now we'll create some dummies in order to convert the categorical variables into numbers. So we'll have to convert all these into numbers in order to be able to use it in our linear regression. So this is the simple code. This is how we do it. Take a look at the code. So this is the code. Data is equal to class with dummy. Set is equal to class, the previous set. So now this is the easiest way to do it if you have multiple variables to deal with. Atheist dummy is equal to 0. If religion is atheist, then atheist dummy is equal to 1. So if you do atheist dummy is equal to 0, it will create a variable atheist dummy where all the values are 0. Now if religion is atheist, then the 0 variables will be 1, else it will be all 0. So this is how we create a dummy. So take a look at the code and then you will come to know. So I will just simply run this. And we'll see it in the results, how the table looks after addition of dummy variables. So now we have extra columns. Let's see the new columns. We have atheist dummy, so Christian dummy is 1, all the others are 0. Hindu. Let's see if it is correct or not. Yes. So Hindu is also okay, Muslim is also okay. And then atheist is also fine. So all the dummies created well. In gender we have created 1 and 0. If male 1, so male, female, 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 and again male. So 1 0 0 0 1. So it is all set up. Now we have converted our categories into numbers. Now we'll be able to use it in our regression model. So let's use it then. So this is the syntax for procreg regression. So we are keeping it as height, age, gender dummy, atheist dummy, Christian dummy, Hindu dummy, and now I will add all the 4 dummies. See, I have 4 dummies. So I'll add mus. So we need not add this dummy, but I'm just adding it just to show you how it affects the results. So I have added extra dummy. I have created 4 dummies by choice. I need not create 4. I could only create 3 dummies. But I had created it by choice just to show you the results. We need not create an extra variable. We can simply do it like this. Okay, and go ahead. But just to show you how it affects the result, I have done it on purpose, just to show you the effect of collinearity and multicollinearity. So in the results we will see it will give us some kind of error. Okay, just hold on a second. I'm sorry we kept it wrong way. So now it will work. So it will give us the result, but it will also tell us that there is some kind of collinearity issues and the model is not that well definable of whatever problems we are trying to deal with. So it is almost done. Let's take a look at the results. It says number of observations 19, fine. Model seems to be fine. R square 80, adjusted 70. But there is some kind of message there. So let's zoom it a little bit so that you can read. So what does it say here? Model is not full rank. Least square solution for the parameters are not unique. Some statistics will be misleading. A reported degrees of freedom is equal to 0 means that estimate is biased. It is simply telling us that our estimate is biased. We on purpose kept 4 dummies instead of 3, so that is why these kind of uh, results are given by SAS. See, the Muslim dummy can be described by intercept minus atheist minus Christian minus Hindu. So this is why we'll have to drop one dummy variable. And how will we do that? We'll see that in a while. So we'll drop one dummy variable. Let's say we'll drop this dummy and then run again. Now it will show us a little bit better result than before. Again, observations read 19. And then p value is fine. R square is also fine. And estimates are there. We can see here intercept, height, age, gender dummy, atheist dummy, Christian dummy, and Hindu dummy. And also we can see the graphs. So this is how we deal with the dummy variables. I will not go ahead and lead with the results. I will not go ahead and explain to you the results. It is just about knowing how to use categorical variables in the linear regression. So this is how we convert the categorical variables, and this is how we describe the linear regression in terms of collinearity and multicollinearity. Since we do not use Muslim, so we may simply delete it. Okay, so you can simply delete it. You need not create 4 different dummies. Okay, so just to show you, I created it. I will just comment it. I will just keep it like this so that it won't come. So that is just a waste of code to create extra dummies. Now we'll take a look at some data set about birth weight and see how we can use it in regression. So let's say this is the data set and we have 4 different variables. And we have 50,000 observations. This is the weight of the baby. This is the race of the baby. If black, 1, if not, 0. if the mother is married or not, 1 and 0. If mom is smoker or not, indicator variable. If she's a smoker, 1. If not, 0. Education level 0, 1, 2, 3 or something like that. Okay, so we have all these variables. So let's take a look at the frequency distribution of the categorical variables. So about 8,000 out of 50,000 are black, 16% altogether, and married, 71% of them are married, still 28% are not married. Smoking, 13% of the mothers are smokers. Education level, now again we have levels, and this is something where we can say that level 3 is the highest, level 0 is the lowest. So there is a difference. It is a ordinal categorical variable. So how do we deal with that? In the Muslim, Christian and atheist, there was no order. But here we have order. So how do we deal with that? So here also we'll have to create 4 different dummy variables in order to avoid redundancy, because this will give us misleading results. So if mom's education level is 0, then we have created all 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So there were how many categories? 0, 1, 2 and 3. There are 4 categories. We only will create 3 dummies. But again, just to show you how it misleads the result, I will create 4 dummies, and in the end I will reduce 1. So I have created 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the 4 dummies. Let's see if the codes are correct or not. Yeah, the code seems to be correct. Let's run it. On purpose we created 4 dummy variables. We could have only created 3, and that would have well described all the other data points. Two and 3. So now I'll tell you once again, I have created extra dummies. I could have omitted any one of it, but I created one extra just to show you how it affects. Let's see if we have done it correctly or not. Black, married, mom, smoke, education level. Yes. So we have altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 independent variables and 1 dependent variable. So let's take a look at how the results are. Obviously, it will show us some warnings and some misleading results. Again, we came to the same thing. Again, the same results. So let's take a look at that. See, model is not full rank. Again, yes, the same result we are seeing. It is biased. Estimate is biased. Also, it will tells us what is wrong with the dummy variables. Education level 3 is equal to intercept minus 0, 1 and 2. So we'll have to remove it. So let's do it again. So which one we want to remove? Let's remove education level 3 and then take a look at results. So now it should give us like okay result. There are 50,000 variables. This is okay. R square is very less, 0.05, but we need not worry about the results. All we were trying to do is create some dummy variables for categorical variables and how we will use that in regression. Here we can see that all of them are significant, but still the R square is very less, so we'll have to take a look at the R square and all that, and why it is coming like that. So this is how we do how we deal with categorical variables in regression analysis. So this was about dummy variable and multicollinearity, and I also showed you on purpose that how do we what do we see when we introduce an extra variable. Like there are two categories and we can only create one dummy variable for that. If there are three categories, we need only create two dummy variables, and if there are, let's say, 10 categories, we can create 9 dummy variables. So all in all, the point is the number of categories there are, you always create one less dummy variable than the categories. So this was all about the dummy variables and the multicollinearity. I hope you understood whatever I was trying to tell, and I hope I was clear about what I was trying to tell in this regression. So see you in the next video, where I will upload a real world scenario where we will deal with a lot of things. There will be more than, let's say, 15 variables, and we'll have to predict one variable. Let's say there is something called sales, and all the other variables are there. There are like 14 or 15 extra variables, independent variables, and using that we'll have to predict the sales. So in that case, if there is a categorical variable with 5 categories, we'll have to create 4 dummies. So imagine how much number of variables it will create if there are only 5 categorical variables. So it will be the, what do you say, all in all use of regression analysis. And what we have talked till now, all I have talked till now are just concepts. Now in the next video, I will only talk about the real world scenario. I will not go into much detail about the concepts, because we can come back to this video back again sometime and then take a look at this. So in that video, I will upload a real world scenario in which we will deal with the real world difficulties, how we actually do it in data analysis. So this was all about the dummy variables and multicollinearity. See you in the next video. For now, take care. Bye. Hasta la vista.